What is going on, everyone? Welcome back, guys, to a brand new episode of our Nostalgia Gaming series. And in today's episode, guys, we're going to be playing one of my all-time favorite Spyro games from my childhood, which was Spyro: A Hero's Tale, guys. And yeah, I'm basically going to be reading a little bit from the game's cover and as well as the manual that comes with the game. But because it's pretty useful, I have to say, if you're looking into all the collectibles and stuff, because there's a large amount of collectibles in this game, as well as a whole new cast of characters to enjoy. So yeah, guys, and also there's a few returning characters, which is one of the reasons why I love this game, such as Hunter, Sergeant Bird, and Sparks. And you'll also notice Zoe is back as well, as sort of like the main save point in the game. So she'll, as you guys know, she'll zap you whenever there's a checkpoint in a particular level, so it's really useful. And one of the reasons why I love this game, guys, is because it is a really great kind of Spyro spin-off. I have to say, compared to all of the other ones that were created in the early 2000s up into the kind of the late 2000s as well, there was a lot of Spyro games that were created by various companies, and this game in particular was always my favorite just because it stood out on its own and it didn't really mess with the Spyro formula, I guess you could say. But anyways, the premise of this game, guys, is that 5 heroes have risen against the darkness. The whole theme of this game is like the dark gems, which you have to collect, and one of our infamous villains, Nasty Nork, has returned from the dead, basically. He's kind of like a little zombie here in this game, but not really. So he's returned from the dead, even though we defeated him years prior. Spyro's band of 5 explosive allies must track down and destroy the deadly dark gems. The mysterious dragon Red, who's the main antagonist in this game, has created the gems in order to corrupt the mighty dragon realms with evil. The ferocious 5 must restore the magnificence to their world, or risk losing their home to darkness. So that's what the back of the game's cover says. By the way, guys, this was created by Eurocom Entertainment Software, as well as Universal Vendetti. I always mispronounce that, but it was created in 2004 and released. So, by the way, in this game, guys, I'm just going to give you guys a synopsis overview. That's what I'm going to be doing in these Nostalgic Gaming Series episodes. I'm going to give you a really insightful coverage of the game, and then I'm going to give my nostalgic review at the end, sort of. And I'm going to make these episodes a little bit quicker, guys, like between 5 to 10 minutes from now on, so be nice and short and to the point. But anyways, Spyro in this game, guys, has pretty much some unique abilities: to jump, double jump, the horn dive, of course. There's also various breath types, such as fire, water, ice, and electricity. And there's also different characters that you're going to encounter as well in the game. As you previously witnessed, I went to visit Moneybags' shop, and you could purchase various items such as the lockpick, the keychain, shop teleporting, horn dive, shockwave, gem value multiplier, and just all kind of really cool abilities, guys, which is why I love this Spyro game, is because Moneybags is finally useful in, I guess you could say, in the whole game. He's actually useful and doesn't like try to take your money. You could actually get some really cool things from him and abilities. And one of my favorites was like the ice shard, when Spyro could kind of shoot these shards of ice out at the enemies. It was really useful, and it was a cool. I just think the graphics in this game, they're really nice. There's a transition because there's sort of like a swampy environment that you go to early on in the game, and you'll also visit various elder dragons within the realms. So they also provide some new information for Spyro, and you could learn some different abilities, so that's going to help you out along the way. And you'll also notice in this video, guys, we see Hunter, and you can also control him as well. So he has the double jump, the pounce, the bow swipe. You could shoot arrows and stuff at enemies, which is really cool. And Sergeant Bird's abilities, he could fly, of course, do a turbo boost, fire missiles, and drop bombs, just like in Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon, when we first encountered him and freed him from Moneybags. So it's kind of ironic that he's working alongside everyone, or that he keeps encountering Moneybags, the person who had him imprisoned. So anyways, Sparks the Dragonfly. You could also, there's some missions in here, I believe, in this game with Sparks, which is really awesome. He can move around and shoot just like in Spyro 3. And there's smart bombs, which are kind of a new addition, and a turbo, of course, so that's really cool for getting around quickly. And then the new character, guys, Blink the Mole. He has really unique controls. It's an I can't remember if it's a he or a she, but I'm just gonna call it Blink for this episode. But anyways, Blink the Mole has a really some unique controls as well, such as double jump, the butt bounce, there's the claw attack, digging, shooting lasers, throwing bombs, first person targeting, and crouch. So those are really awesome. And by the way, guys, there's even more collectibles in this game than all the previous Spyro editions, so it's one of the reasons why I love this game. It's just the whole collection aspect as well as the storyline was really perfected, and it's just a great spin-off in the Spyro series, I have to say, after the original trilogy. So after Insomniac decided to kind of leave Spyro for a while, well, actually, they really haven't returned. A bunch of different companies started to take over the Spyro series and create their own individual games. And I will be covering a future Spyro video game that came out several years prior. I think it's A New Beginning. It's kind of when David Spade was the voice of Sparks. So it was a really interesting game. I have to say, Elijah Wood was Spyro. And he did an amazing job as a voiceover. It was just a really great cast of characters. So that'll probably be coming up in a future episode. And the next episode, guys, is gonna be our 20th episode special. So I'm gonna have another unique game from my childhood that was really awesome for the time being. And I'm sorry if you guys hear my neighbor cutting his grass next door. It's just I'm trying to talk over it, so hopefully you guys don't hear it too much. And another thing, guys, I was having a little bit of trouble recording with my HD PVR when I was trying to capture audio for the gameplay footage here, and I wasn't able to get the audio working for some reason, so I'm gonna have to either look into cleaning out my cables or checking to see if it's my cables that are going bad on there for my audio, and if not, I'm gonna just have to replace the entire unit itself. So, but other than that, guys, let me talk a little bit about the treasures and collectibles. There's gems, of course, wicker baskets, metal chests, lock chest, horn dive chest, which is when you double jump and press, I believe it's circle, and you do the horn dive. There's strong chests, which you will need some extra power to open. They're a little bit reinforced. There's explosive chests, dark gems, which are evil gems scattered throughout the land, absorbing all the life around them, and those are the main priority in this game pretty much. There's also light gems, which they're precious gems to open up new areas and activate the professor's gadgets, so it's really cool. And of course, dragon eggs have returned, which is not really a surprise. One of the reasons why I love this game is because it continues the dragon egg theme, and it's kind of cool because it mixes the elder dragons as well, so you get to learn some new things from them and still discover the dragons. So that's a mix of the first game kind of into this game. Firecrackers, which we already encountered in this episode, and some of the bosses. There's Nasty Nork, of course, I think it's in Neptune, which is kind of like a mermaid type creature. She's like the queen of the seven seas, so she's teamed up, of course, with the evil Red, the dragon Red, who's causing all the chaos throughout the realms. And you have to basically stop in Neptune, Red, and Nasty Nork. So there's 3 different bosses in this game, guys. I forgot to tell you that. But it's just an amazing game, guys. I highly recommend it, and stay tuned for more content coming soon, guys.